don't think most people are cognizant of their current mental and emotional state of being and their current acceptance of disgusting conditions and denying the perfection of the Lord's Prayer, which is the only thing in the Gospels that you can tangibly believe in because it's real and can be applied and lived. Okay. As far as him being resurrected and moved here and the Red Sea parting and raising the dead and all that stuff, without really excellent science projects, well, you won't even call them excellent, they're just, without disturbing, excessive, compulsive science projects, all that stuff is not tangible. And, when you look at what happened here, when I stayed with my dad, and then, Tina didn't want the property values coming down because of having the kids around here. So she got together with the Fabres and Todd Garrison and Gerald Payo and had the kids kidnapped. Then I stayed over here, and then Dad wanted to stay here and be independent. He didn't want to have to just totally financially depend on Tina. And he likes his independence. And he went to go in on the well, and he got screwed over by Canales and Franzi and everybody else of his business partners. The only one he could depend on was the Ankins, because he was a hardworking guy that always did everything because no one else would. And then I was here, and of course, my sister wanted some kind of equity out of the farm when Dad died, or possibly one of her kids to get the farm, which wasn't tangible because he owed Tina the balance on the mortgage. And when he didn't do what she wanted, and he got screwed at the well deal, he had no option except for go live with Tina, or have her sell it, get the equity left on it, and go live with her and be financially dependent on her. Or even if he sold it, she would have got the equity on it. He wouldn't have, and then they would have put him into elderly warehousing till he died. No privacy, no house, no, just in a room, which is a warehouse with other old people that are warehoused by the families to see what they could get out of all their hard work from their house and their property, right? And then when he decided to get the reverse mortgage to play Tina so he could be independent, I told him, first he got it and then was still financially, feeling insecure. I said, well, get a second mortgage. Go for it. Just do that. And it's like, what? Dad, I don't want to stay here. I hate what these fucking people have done. And I told my family, you do know Rockefeller's filming everything for the Patriot Act, has all your information. He hears all your private conversations, all you do. None of you are fucking Tyler Perry, Steve Jobs, or Oprah fucking Winfrey. They'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and your Jesus die, Parsons. I stood up for the Lord's Prayer all by myself, taking on the most horrific, disgusting military intel projects that use children as sex instruments to manipulate politicians and celebrities in blatant, broad daylight. And it gets hung up in legal battles so we can Johnny Cochran our way through the Kardashians and the Shapiros and the Marsha Clarks and the Chris Dardens. And you watch it, and it's just like, you guys, you don't have to, it's in plain view. It's like the cure for cancer is the Lord's Prayer, and you would all rather fight over fuck money to feel powerful to manipulate people and run around on stage. I'm like a bird, I only fly away. Ooh, she looks like she'd be fun to fuck. If you were interested in fucking, yes, she'd be very fun to fuck. But if you want to live the Lord's Prayer, it would be like fucking yourself to death and her too. Even if you could get stem cell research to be physically attractive and fuck till you're 104 years old, it would still suck. Be like having sex with the queen of the damned, who could suck your blood, and Louis over there with the little kid who's the spawn of Eddie Munster, and it's just, they're gross. And you sit there and they think they're so damn attractive, and they think they're so damn appealing and so iconic and ironic. And yeah, I really do think it's like rain on your wedding day. It's a good advice. And you try to explain it to your family. This is what's happening. They're video recording everything. David Rockefeller hates you all, and he's trapping you all in hell eternally. And this time you won't be able to turn it into a Jesus comic book at the LDS store or the child molest factory in the Vatican. Son of a bitch. Hey, paint a painting up there of bullshit that doesn't exist and pretend it's real and go, oh, holy, holy, holy Lord, kill us all with your great sword. Make us into the best comic book character in the history of George Lucas and Steven Spielberg's imagination. And don't forget Stan Lee. We can't forget Stan Lee. You still know that you can take your drugs and suicide as painless, and morphine you can probably easily procure if you're a billionaire or a millionaire, right? Just have Dr. Kevorkian's love child come up and make you a cocktail and just... Or you could always get a gun and do this, or you could slit your wrist and go in the bathtub. Goodbye, Norma Jean. Though I never knew you at all, you had the grace to hold yourself while those around you crawl out of the woodwork, and they whispered into your brain. They sent you on a treadmill, and they made you change your name to Prince. You're my only friend. Yeah, make sure you go in the bathroom and don't make a mess. Pow! Right? You didn't even hear it. No, it was just like Patrick Holland. All you heard was click, click. And Tree started going, he did it, he did it. And before I could get anywhere, there was already cops in the driveway coming up because she had called the police. And Mom had already called the police, so they were in the neighborhood. They were coming up and ushering me out of the house. The next thing I knew, I see a body on a gurney with the head covered in blood with a machine pumping the kid's chest. Going, what the fuck just happened? Nobody talks to me. Nobody asks me any advice. No one thinks I have any good advice to offer. I'm just an egomaniac who's full of himself and thinks he's God. Are you sure? Because I sure the fucking don't look like Bill Gates' kid, or Elon Musk's, or Steve Jobs'. Well, I could look like Steve Jobs' kid. As I just don't wear turtlenecks, right? It's a nifty little machine. Hey, I don't look like a Wozniak, no. I look like a cross between Marianne Murphy Parsons and Ralph Earl Parsons Sr. That's what I look like. There's a lot of things that look like my pops. A lot of it looks like my mom. And I don't hate to see either one in the mirror, even though, Mom could annoy the hell out of me because she'd get so dumb and selfish. And when a guy came in, she was like Amy and Natalie. It's like, God damn, Mom. He's a jerk. Just forget about it. Go do this. You'll drop us all for Mike Medco or Walt Richardson, huh? She was just like that. Like, Mom, if he doesn't call, he wasn't worth waiting for. Just go do something, have a good time, and fuck him. I mean, I understand because I've been there too. After about a week of wondering, what is she doing to me and why is she doing this? Then after a while, like I said, it was Don't Hurt Now by TP, Front Door and Once Ago by Gregory Isaacs, and I was good. And they're, he's just cold. What? You want me to sit around and he stopped loving her today? That's not love, that's attachment. When you offer somebody something meaningful that will last a lifetime and they shit on it, I couldn't understand Amy. I was like, how could she keep going and meeting these fucking superficial leg lifters at the bar thinking she's trading up and do this to me and the kids? She does this to me and the kids all the time. And the older the kids get, the harder it is on the kids, especially Ray Ray, because she's got Linda Mrs. Kravitz syndrome. And I would always tell Natalie that. Don't go listen at the door. Don't pay attention. You won't get so mad. Well, you got to know what's happening to you. No, you don't. Why? Because it never stops. I know I'm only Amy's winter love, because the Air Force is fucked. The military is fucked. The Navy is fucked. The Army is fucked. NASA is fucked. Go take a spacewalk. You're all full of shit. When they are jealous of you and they want to replace you and be better than you, they don't get out of your house. They don't stop sexually predicating with scientists on your wife. It affects your kids. It affects your dad. It affects your mom. It affects your sister. It affects your nieces and your nephews. If they want to replace the faith of a faithful father with their ego, they're never going to stop until they deem themselves successful. And they're never going to stop because they're always fighting to be the one that's successful at doing it. Mr. X, I fuck you in the eye, stupid ass Chinese Peckerwood who would murder Sun Yat-sen to be the ball sack of Mao Zedong Dung Tung, little red book piece of shit turd bag, and old Benjamin Netanyahu, Saul's cow turd right on the front step of the United Nations. Okay, fucking jerk. And old Pope Leo, forget about it. Oh, go to Saskatchewan and get tickets to Rough Rider games. Shut up already, for crying out fucking loud. They're horrible people. I thought Barack Obama was a decent guy. I thought he was a relative of Aaron and Hootis, was gonna, redeem the mistakes. I thought lots of people were going to be decent dudes. Well, because, this 2 and 2 is 4, life's eternal, grace is infinite, Lord's Prayer is perfect. I mean, it's not my fault that I'm humble and intelligent and that they're all egomaniacs that want to take me on and beat me. It's like, I ain't trying to beat you. I'm just trying to get you the Lord's Prayer so you can finally love your wives and children for the first time in like 10,000 fucking years, asshole. Get you to Krishnamurti better now. The present civilization, it cannot last. It has no intrinsic value. It's based on human greed and not human need. And it's horrible because it affects the kids. And Julie, you haven't met a nicer person than Julie. And Elliot and Casey are two of the nicest kids in the world. But they accept mortgage as reality. They don't understand. We can live the Lord's Prayer worldwide if we just share it on our cell phones right now. Yeah. I got home internet with T-Mobile. Hey, look, no more scrubs. No more scrubs. No more making jokes about people being mass murdered by the medical industry to entertain us. Oh, good. No more Grey's Anatomy. No more Grey's Anatomy. No more Emergency. No more 1 Adam 12. Just only me to your dying day. You don't have to be a star. Isn't that excellent? The Lord's Prayer is excellent. I know. And I'm the Messiah. And if you don't believe that, I am so sick at looking at your lying face asking for money to fuck. Why aren't you? Okay. Love your children. Love your grandma and your grandpa. Don't do sweetness follows. Mike doesn't know what he's talking about. He's an atheist because he's not the Messiah and he wishes he could be the Messiah, but he's too big of a pussy to stand up for the truth of the Lord's Prayer, just like the rest of you fuckers on TV. Okay? Need more money to fuck? Might want to quit. Everybody's watching and Rockefeller's collecting all the evidence this time.